Hello everyone, welcome to the recap of Canada versus Czechia. So, this one, as you see, I'm a bit depressed and there's depressing music in the background. So, I am not too happy. So, let's start it off with, there was a 2-minute penalty for Czechia. Okay, this music's not even like, it's not even like cry-worthy, it's just like chill. Okay, there you go. Alrighty, so the game starts with a 2-minute penalty for Czechia. It's Polton interfering the goalkeeper. It was like 13 minutes in. Not much happened before that. 2 minutes later on the power play, Iginla scores. It's assisted by Misa and Luchenko. And then, yep, a minute later, not even 2 minutes later, Czech score. Curran assisted by Galvez and Benek. And then, to make matters worse, 2 minutes later, Canada gets a penalty for Luchenko. Get a penalty for cross-checking. And that's it for the first period. And the shots on goal for that period was 6 Canada, 11 Czechs. Now, the second period. This is where Czechs take over, the worst part of the game. Tilbach scores, and it's assisted by Sanika and Novotny. Oh yeah, at the same time I was confused. I think this is when I was confused. Maybe the period ending. No, that was the second end. Oh, just ignore what I said. So Sirocco, after 10 minutes later, actually like 8 minutes later, Sirocco gets a penalty for slashing. And then second later, 2-minute penalty for Czechia, Polton, delay of game. Canada, thankfully, takes advantage of that, and it's correct. He gets a goal, and it's assisted by Hage and O'Reilly. 6 minutes later, Hage gets 2 penalty shots. One was because Sanika slashed him, and then when he was about to score, and then the same thing with the goalie, or Zulak tripped Hage when he was about to go score. So with not even a minute left in the period, unfortunately, the Czechs take over again, and it's Benek. And it's assisted by Curran and Polton. That's where after that, I just get confused, and like the stream, like all of Canada's Wi-Fi kind of just went kaput after that, and I couldn't figure out stuff. So we go back, and I believe it's 3 minutes and 59 seconds in, Rechny scores, and it's assisted by Hage and McKenna. Sadly, like 4 minutes later, 5 minutes later, fucking Shahar. The reason I say that is because he like did a diving thing last year. Scored for Czechia, and it's assisted by Nestrelzil. Yeah, that's it. Afterwards, McKenna gets a penalty for cross-checking. There's a minute later, not even, Czechia gets a too many man penalty, and Misa gets a penalty for delay of game because he put his hand on the puck. This is where we start to think that Czechia paid the rest. So, but guess what? It didn't matter. Nothing happened. And then Martins ties things up. Everyone's happy. Runic and Etchison assist. And then, yep, this is where everything goes silent. Fucking Czech scored. The Czech scored. Polton, assisted by Curran and Benek. This is where everything goes to shit. And the game gets controversial from then on. The goalkeeper, 10 seconds later, or actually like 14 seconds later, 13 seconds later, the goalkeeper is out for Canada, extra man. And Canada is like near scoring. And then a Czech player pushes Retny into the goalkeeper. Couldn't even do anything about it, but for whatever reason, the refs called that interfering the goalkeeper. Whatever. And Corey George is in. And CR gets a goal. And it's assisted by Sakura. Power play on empty net. This is where all hell lets loose, and McKenna may have not been nice and gets 12-minute penalties for that. And that's the end of the game. And I forgot to say for the second period, shots on goal was 12 Canada, 8 Czechia. And then the third period it was 6 Canada, 18 Czechia. And the overall shots on goal are 24 Canada, 37 Czechia. Statistics for Canada: Misa got 1 point, Reed a -1, again let 1 goal 1 point, Perek 1 goal 1 point and a -1, Brunick -1, McKenzie -1, Page 1 point, O'Reilly 1 point, and I forgot these defense. Etchison a -1, Danforth -1. Krells a 0. Luchenko a point. Verhoff a 0. And then our goalkeeper, Ivan Kovic, saved 16 out of 19 shots. It says that Corey George was on the ice in the other thing. I don't know what happened there, but it doesn't show any stats for him, so I don't know. So Jurasek had a 0, Fibberger a 0, Merchka +2, Curran 1 goal plus 2 points, Polton a point, Benek 1 goal 2 points, Galvas a point and a +2, Pesnica a point and a +1, Matthias a +1, Tiltba 1 goal 1 point, Novotny a point, Trevecki a 0. And our goaltender was Orlok. He saved 16 out of 18 shots, giving it a .889 save percentage. So that's the game. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I know the Czechs for sure did. And we'll see y'all tomorrow for the gold and bronze medal game. Bronze at 4:30, the gold at 8:30.